Welcome to the hotline for today, Thursday, the 2nd March 2023. So good to be with you today. Thank you so much for joining us. We know you have choices. We're very happy when you come here and happier when you find reasons to stay. This is the hotline. Couple days ago, the Gleaner carried a story on the front page. Clifton land titling effort met with resistance from residents amid growing mistrust. The essence of which is, I'll read for you portions of it. A decision by the Holness administration to distribute an initial 50 land titles to residents of Clifton, St. Catherine, has been met with resistance from residents who are demanding that all the titles be issued at the same time. And it gives some background to the issue surrounding Clifton. We dealt with it here extensively on this program, as you may recall. And the newspaper goes on to say, according to Roddy Matheson, Gleaner writer, noting that the government has acknowledged Clifton as a legitimate community and would protect the property rights of residents, Holness said the issue of boundary verification remained. He indicated there would be some boundary adjustments where road would have to be put in and houses relocated, a process that could delay the mass distribution of all titles at the same time. Despite this assurance, recent plans to formally hand out 50 titles that are ready for distribution had to be cancelled because the residents refused to participate in the process, claiming that they want all the titles to be handed out at the same time. They fear that after those 50 are handed out, that will be the end of the process. They are particularly concerned in the wake of the demolition exercise nearby after persons were allegedly sold land without SCJ authorization to unsuspecting persons. Patrick Edwards, who's been living in the community for 6 years, thinks the idea of distributing only some of the titles would be unfair to the other residents who are waiting for titles. I'm 100% in support of action taken by everybody. We don't want any segregation in here. We want unity. There should be one ceremony and everybody get at the same time. We can't trust them. We want all of us to get our title at the same time, one for all and all for one. Nothing less, declared a resident who claimed his parents were former Bernard Lodge workers who were settled there under a former PNP administration. They said that the chronic water crisis and bad road conditions in the community also need to be addressed. No good water. A canal water we have to use when rain fall. We can't come out or go in because of bad road, one resident claimed. You see, this is the reason why it is so crucial that we do not allow incorrect information to be dissipated. From the very beginning of this whole matter in the Parliament, and we carried it here, the Prime Minister was very clear about the area of concern in this particular geographical location. It is not Clifton. It is an area for agricultural land immediately adjacent to the Clifton community, that sugar workers, Clifton sugar workers lived on the area for a long time. And this is how you have crises coming into portions of the country. People go into an area. They settle in the area. People over time take up different spots. And an informal community begins to establish itself. There are no proper roads. There are no water infrastructures. There are no proper lighting systems for the various streets that will be formed over time in the community. And before you know it, it becomes a den, a difficult area to police, impossible to penetrate because of the ad hoc way in which it develops. But over time, there's a recognition that a number of people have been legitimate sugar workers, have served well. And because of this, the government took a decision from long time, from Mrs. Simpson Miller's administration, that they're going to give titles to those legitimate sugar workers and their families who settled in an informal way in the Clifton community. But right next door to it, they tell us, and they demonstrated to us in Parliament in ways that it was shocking, how people literally took over the farming area adjacent to Clifton, and where you had 5 or 6 houses immediately before the pandemic, you then started seeing 13, 20 houses. Before you know it, the entire farming area was being taken over by people who said they purchased from people who never had the right to sell. And now we go back to the original Clifton, the hard-working sugar workers and their families and descendants, who are going through the process of first registration of title. And 50 titles are ready, because people's papers probably going in at different stages. But because of the way the narrative was constructed on a substratum of inaccuracy, mistrust has developed where none is supposed to exist. Let me tell you something, residents. If I were in your position, I would take my title. The reference was not to Clifton as far as I know it, as far as I heard it, and as far as I play it on this program. And please don't mix up the issues. Because even this person who has been living in the area for 6 years, I don't know what sort of rights he thinks he has to any portion of land. He must be happy to wait, because no rights accrue to him. But the others who are there, take your titles and let the process go through. You know, I had the benefit this morning of having a conversation with my husband immediately after talking with Derek and Paula in Help Me Understand This just a little bit more. I was reminded of a story of, I think it was Peter Rose Hall, actually, from BPM Financial, who told me this story. I think there was once upon a time some man who had some piece of equipment. I can't remember the full story, but the principle stuck with me. And the equipment broke down. I think there were these various people who came in and who were taking hours upon hours upon hours, days upon days to correct the problem. But then they called in, I think, a professor. And the professor quoted some massive fees. And when the professor went in, The professor took less than a minute with one screw, and the job was done. The equipment started working. And the principle of the story really is about knowing what to do when, knowing where to put the screw. Because everybody who are novices or who don't have the appropriate training in a particular area, a task is going to seem so complicated to you and beyond, your wildest imagination. But if people know, or if people make it part of their discipline to follow developments in the law, developments in technology in a particular area, sometimes the use of the technology that is available, but which we do not know because we don't follow the developments in the law, it can make our lives so much easier. So after the discussion this morning with Derek and Paula, out of the blues, my husband said to me, I have some thoughts on this. And he gave me some food for thought, which caused me to start doing a little bit of research myself. And he actually said to me, do you know why, even in a populated city such as London, where there are, all of these deliveries of cash to the various ATMs and so forth, you don't have the reports similar to what we're getting in Jamaica of the robberies, the heists, why we don't have people lifting out ATM machines is not because criminal minds are not there, but there are developments in the technology. For example, one of them is the incorporating of what he says was like a die pack inside a box in which the money is to be transported. So depending on the nature of the movement, it can be so programmed in a way that if robbers try to take away this box from the couriers delivering the money to the banks, the thing is so programmed that the moment they move, let's say, for example, within 10 meters away from the truck or whatever, the die pack explodes. Or when they open the thing, the pack explodes and it throws ink of whatever color all over the face and body of the individual who is attempting to take away the cash. And the ink stays on the body, stays on the face, stays all over. That coupled, he says, with the presence of CCTVs around and sometimes with the help of eyewitnesses, it provides substantial proof that the person with the die is the person who attempted to rob the couriers of the money. Yeah? And there's also another technology he spoke to, and I thought, oh my God, look at this. So here we are. There are some people who believe, I suppose there's a place for it. Tactical training. And in fact, a friend of mine messaged me this morning, really good friend, say, it's not very often I disagree with you, but we can't be having our security guards carrying .38 revolvers and only a pump action shotgun at a time when gunmen are carrying AKs, Uzis, and AR-15s. And I thought, oh my God, we certainly cannot be saying that the solution to this problem, which is only going to increase, is to outfit our security guards with higher powered weapons. Because there's going to be a bloodbath. The collateral damage is going to be so great. Because if you think bad man now go fight it out with security guards out there, you make a sad mistake. So I'm imploring the security companies to explore the greater use of technology that is available, particularly in developed countries, and which those technologies are being used that can assist with catching criminals when they embark on these heists. And we have to keep up more. The people who say you're in the area of security, you have to keep up with the technology and provide the solutions based on the levels of criminality that we have in the country. And last resort must be to increase the firepower of the security guards, because it's not going to end well. And then I heard one of these persons Dion spoke to yesterday saying we have to consider the time of day we make delivery as well. The best time of day is in the day. It's not going to be in the night. It's not going to be in low traffic time either, because low traffic time is usually after hours. In the dead of day is as good a time as possible. And a lot of the banks don't have areas that you can go to the back and drop off the money in the safety and the comfort of and seclusion and secrecy of the moment. So use the technology that is available. And let us keep our security guards much safer. Any day we get one of these so-called die packs that I was told about for the first time this morning, and you get two criminals running down the road with them face red like a clown, that will be the end of the heists in Jamaica. He also told me that there's a way in which you can literally cause the ATM machine to become activated in a particular way when it is being moved by these criminals who are moving it. So there are things available to us. We don't all have to be victims of the criminal masterminds that are out there. I thought I'd share that with you. I found it so interesting and reminded me of the situation with this crew and this particular professor. It's knowing where to put the screw, yeah? Anyway, the last thing this morning, I can't tell you how much I love listening to the parliamentary sessions. And dear God, there's nothing I love more than a hot mic moment. Pray to God I will never be caught in my hot mic moment. So I'm there listening to Standing Finance Committee on Tuesday. Parliamentarians, no draw a long bench. Ever since Bobby Montague turned backbencher, Mr. Montague giving the GLP government hell. Mr. Montague is representing his people of Western St. Mary, and he doesn't care. He's asking the questions, doing what backbenchers are supposed to do. And there was a moment in the Parliament on Tuesday where he started questioning Dr. Nigel Clark about money for water and light in Western St. Mary. Listeners, this speaker didn't like it appears. Marissa Dalrymple Filbert. You don't need to hear what Marissa says under her breath. This is the first one. You have to listen closely, because if you don't listen well, you're going to miss these gems. And I had to listen thrice. And it was 3 hot mic moments, so I had to listen 9 times. Bobby, do not fall out with your fellow Labourite. But if I hear the thing, I have to bring it to the people. So this is when Bobby started talking. Let me see if you can hear what I heard. Let's go to the first one.
They said don't go through it. They said put from here, which is what I did, to 72 feet. Yes. Yes. 72 feet. 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 Yes. Seems he's a little deaf and he'll have to get his ears clear. Don't he?
You hear that first one? Seems he's a little deaf and he will have to get his ears clear, don't it? There's another part to it. Let's hear further. Something about a syringe. Let's hear that, Sim.
He's going to get his ears syringed in time.
Yes. He's going to get his ears syringed in time. That's number one. But there's more. Let's go to the second one now. Bobby kept pressing the finance minister. Listen now, it's not a very clear clip, which is the beauty of it. Listen to the second one now, and listen for Marissa Dalrymple Philbert's sotto voce comment. Go ahead. Did you hear that one? Did you hear? Go back and play it and listen if you hear when Marissa Dalrymple Philibert said, I can't believe that Bobby is a labor, right? Go to number 3 now. So this is at the end of the Standing Finance Committee now. And everything has been tabled. And the chairman has signed off on everything. Our craw, the thing was up in our craw because Bobby kept going at the minister. Go to the last one now, right after the break. And you'll hear the other one.
Paying taxes? Use your Sagicor Bank business credit card and get a 1-month payment holiday. Conditions apply. The time by Sagicor Bank is
9:32.
This is Emily's views, listeners. The moments in Parliament can be priceless. These are hot mic moments, not only in Parliament, sometimes in studios too. But here it is. The former Minister of National Security, former member of the Cabinet, sitting JLP Member of Parliament for Western St. Mary, and he was getting on in the Standing Finance Committee, asking questions, saying to the Minister of Finance, we know you're performing very well on the macro level, but my people in St. Mary need to hear about the allocation for water and about light. And in the first 2 comments, we heard Marissa Dalrymple Philibert, the Speaker, who's a member of the Jamaica Labour Party, saying him ears really need cleaning out and I hope he needs to get it syringed in time. And then the second one, he said, I can't believe Bobby's a Labourite. And the third one now, at the end of the Standing Finance Committee, when she signs off the papers, this is the last one before the closing of Standing Finance Committee. Let's hear it.
Members, the Standing Finance Committee of the whole House is now adjourned. Why is Bobby so contentious for a Labour right?
Why is Bobby so contentious for our Labour? Bobby, them not like you. Unbelievable moments in the parliament. Give them hell, Bobby. You go there to represent your people. You're no longer in the cabinet. You do not need to think about the concept of collective responsibility, and you're representing your people. And listen, do not turn off the mics in Parliament, because I have great laughter when there are these moments that are captured. Yeah, it's fascinating to hear it. And I hope Bobby will take it in the best way possible. Those 3 comments which came in the space of let me see, because we sort of edited it. I will tell you, it was over a 10-minute, 8-minute period. Those 3 comments came sotto voce over an 8-minute period. There's more on the hotline. Thank you, listeners. We're back with you on the hotline. Can't believe Bobby's a Labour right. What a moment. This is the hotline. NWC, Gillian is asking why Maple Leaf off Malines Road has no water. Lock off is 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. We still haven't got supplies back yet. Why? This is a problem, you know. Them put up high-rise all over Kingston now. Everywhere you go is pier rise, as you're seeing. And the water can't rise to go up to everybody else. Them put up high-rise, and it's the same little 2x4 roads we have to drive pan. Everywhere you turn, vehicle juke you. Them have new road traffic law, and there are no cameras anywhere to capture the infractions. So it's same old. Eh? Things can't change like this. We have to do more. A lot more is desired, and I want to know what is the plan for Kingston, since we're all going vertically with the buildings. It's a nightmare now. People are spending 2 hours one way, 4 hours in traffic. Very unproductive. When you come out, you're tired. You have to take extra iron these days to manage them road here. So I don't know what's going to happen. Anyway, Bobby, do not call Marissa to talk to her about that. Oh boy, 9262178, 9268631, 9267615, and 1-888-991-2080. If you know of any other country where people stealing ATM machines, I beg you to make me know. Because me say, what Josh say? Normal lie? That a Jamaica. Not no normal about we. Because I cannot understand what is the fascination of people with videoing the courier services delivering the money to the banks. And then place them on YouTube, and people out there and watch. There are thieves all over. And then them turn up. All I'm saying to you, go find out about the technology. Find out about the technology. I want to see men and women on CCTV with their face all splashed in all sorts of dye. And then there's one of them that I saw where when the dye pack goes off, the person is enveloped in a cloud of smoke. So you know the smoker is coming. So the smoker is actually the criminal running away with the money or with the bag. So I'm going to make sure I get a couple of these dye packs for every handbag that I carry. Come want to see somebody face dye up. Or not teeth up, or not dye up. This is the hotline, 9262178. Morning. Hello?
Good morning.
Leonard.
Listen, that die thing has been around for at least 20-odd years.
So I hear.
And to be honest, I was saying the other day to myself that there's a cash machine in a part of Birmingham in the city centre, a single cash machine that looked like it could be portable. Years ago, and I took a picture of it, and I think I posted on Twitter, could this happen in Jamaica?
You said the cash machine was what?
It looks like it could be moved portable. It's in the middle of a place where, and it's never been troubled. Nobody's ever tampered with it.
Nobody's ever tampered because what? They use a die pack?
No, it has some sort of mechanism. If it moves, it sends off a signal.
Or it probably completely disables. Or I want something where if you move it, it's like some burglar bar come down around you and lock you in there.
That would be difficult. But to be fair, another point is I said to myself, we don't have people robbing banks when banks are delivering money, and that sort of thing has died out.
Exactly. And I didn't even think of it until my husband said to me, why do you think it doesn't happen? Because
no, it doesn't happen.
Use the technology.
And in the bank, if you go into the bank to rob it, there's alarms, security alarms all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So if they stick up the people, there might be one person who gets access to press the alarm, and the police are out in seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is the job of a backbench MP? It's to defend his constituency. He's not doing anything wrong.
And to give the government of the day hell too.
Especially if you're an ex-minister and you've been thrown out.
Yes.
This is why in Britain, the Parliament, the people who cause trouble on the backbenches, they try and give them a little job.
Mm-hmm.
To keep them from getting into trouble.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fair, there's a lot of things that we don't pay attention to learn from other jurisdictions.
Mm-hmm. We're not used, even though we come from your Westminster model. We've sort of always had a hybrid of it here, because the backbencher doesn't really get under the skin of the government.
Well, that's their job.
They sing to their tunes.
So basically, they don't have individual responsibility or collective, so they should be doing the job for their constituency.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch the Parliament here, when an MP gets up on the backbenches, he's talking about some project or something that's going on in his constituency, or some issue that he needs the Prime Minister to have a look at, or the Minister of that particular department.
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica's a Netflix series.
Very much so.
I don't know.
It's like what's his name there? Curb Your Enthusiasm. Larry David. You know Larry David?
No, I can't recall.
Larry David, completely unscripted as far as I understand, and he does this.
Okay, yeah.
This
but the other
comedy thing.
The money thing. Another thing is when vans are delivering money, there's one security guard in the van with the money. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's another security guard when the van pulls up outside or two to check if the area is safe. He then taps the van, and the other security guard lets the money through in the container. That's got the die pack.
Mm-hmm.
So not only does the die go on you, you can't spend the money.
Yes, the money die up. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I learned, and then I said to my husband, so if the money is died up, just how does it go? It's completely out of circulation, and you have to reprint. How does it work?
No, that money obviously is called back into the bank of it, and it's called that. But that money, you can't spend it.
No.
Everybody knows you couldn't take it in. Nobody will change it for you or do nothing.
Yeah.
Plus, you're going to have the die explodes on you as well.
And it stays on you apparently for days upon days, even after you wash. So this is
Yeah,
where
it's
now the CCTV is crucial, so that if for whatever reason people who've seen don't want to give evidence, you can put the video up and then somebody can identify the person. When they identify the person, police go pick up the person, and even days after, under the appropriate lighting, then the traces of the dye can be picked up on the skin of the individual.
Ultraviolet light.
Yes. I want to hear more about this thing, I tell you.
It's simple, but it's just like you're talking about the high rise. It's just like a group of people in this country, my dad's people, my uncle and other people, they formed an organisation. And they were planning to, they bought 100 acres of land in Montego Bay, where they were planning to build a back home retirement village. It was in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad used to say, they not have the money to develop them land names. I mean, to think, why would Dad say that? So they wouldn't have the money to put in the various infrastructures.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is, these buildings shouldn't be allowed to go up under planning regulations, if they've got it like that, until the various infrastructures are put in.
That's right.
For example, if Tesco is going to put a shop in a built-up area, supermarket in a built-up area, part of getting that planning permission, they have to put in certain infrastructures, like roads and other facilities before as part of the planning.
Right.
So that's why, and as you said, the water's not going to rise up. So why are they giving all these planning permissions then?
Yeah, there's a problem. The court has been stepping in and ordering demolition of some of them because of the absence of the appropriate permission, or also of the removal of various covenants that are there. But the other thing is, the government's been encouraging us to grow what we eat what we grow. You cannot do any farming at all without a constant supply of water. And if every year from January going down to April we're going to have a drought, how do we manage? And there's no dam, nothing at all being built to accommodate, to harvest the water when there's plenty.
But I've learned. I remember something when I lived in Jamaica. As I said, when I got there when I was 10, and I've learned something over the years, and I could not understand it. Jamaican society on a whole has never was one to acknowledge how important farming is.
Mm-hmm.
So if my grandfathers and people, they come from country. My one that came was a big cane farmer, the other was a farmer. And if my granddad was coming to Spanish Town to sell his stuff and I saw him, I would hide. You see, because of the mindset, not understanding that farming is important.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is that my mum ever dared bought me a khaki shirt in the market, I would not wear that to school. Not understanding that the people who are making the shirts, they're entrepreneurs. And the difference between the shirt in the shop and the shirt in the market could be the same person making it. All they do is stick a label in it. So we have this old-fashioned thing that is still embedded in our society. And,
Good to hear you, though. Good to hear you. Thanks for the call. I'll see if Richie Sunak has struck a sort of deal in relation to Northern Ireland.
No, you see, now this is the hypocrisy of Richie Sunak said Northern Ireland has the best of both worlds.
I know. Yeah, it has the UK, it has the EU.
Now, so, as I said before, we inflicted this devastation on ourselves.
Yeah.
I still get annoyed when I'm trying to explain I won't call the names of the people to what I used to call, and I'm telling them that Brexit, how can you have 450 million customers on your doorstep and want to go to do business in the end of the world in New Zealand and Australia?
Crazy.
Does not make sense.
No sense at all. None. But have the green channel and the red channel. Let us see how it works. But I saw even a lady there. Was it Gove's? Was it Gove's wife? Who yesterday she tweeted?
No, Michael Gove's wife, Sarah Vine.
Yeah, is Sarah Vine?
Yeah, that's her name.
Yeah, because she tweeted that she lost her husband.
And no, she didn't tweet. There's an article actually, I've got it on my Twitter. There's an article in the Daily Mail where she was saying this Brexit thing has caused her to lose friends and even her marriage.
Yes, but it wasn't friends, she said. I think it's her mental something or another and her husband, her marriage.
As well. Oh, and another guy called, what's his name again? I can't remember. He's a member
I saw that.
They give him a name.
I saw that.
And he's come now and says, look, the amount of mental pressure and my state of my mental health for doing this. Because look, they were selling a lie. This £350 million they're talking about. When you minus all the benefits we get off Europe, we were only contributing 130 million a week.
One of the biggest lies told in the political history of the UK.
And this oven-ready deal that Boris had was still in the oven, burning.
Yeah.
So, but, it's amazing what people believe and what people go for.
I actually think, as I go, Leonard, that the Brexit is going to come full circle, meaning that the UK will very soon, perhaps in the next 10, 15 years, get back into the EU. The only problem that you will have is that you could not then have your own currency, the pound. You'd have to consider whether to relinquish that, which is something that Thatcher negotiated.
I'll stretch you back and then I'm off. Gordon Brown, when he was Prime Minister or when he was Chancellor, said we need to be, why we never went into the Eurozone, we need to satisfy 5 conditions. And that's that. Not only that, remember we were in the ERM when the pound was pegged against the Dutch mark, and we had 18% interest rate or 15, and I forgot his name now. He withdrew from that. So they're using their analogy why they never joined the euro based on what happened to them with the Dutch mark. So there's always examples, but sometimes we fail to follow. And no, I'm off now. Listen, the Speaker of the House should not be saying that. She's supposed to be impartial as the Speaker. That is not ethical at all. That is violation of parliamentary rules.
All right, sir. Thank you. Thank you for the call. 9267615. Hello. This is the hotline. Can you hear me? 7615. Good morning. I'm not sure it's on. I have to check the rules to see what. 9268631. Hello.
Hello, Emily Seal.
Hi, who is this?
Miss Negril.
Yes, Miss Negril. How you do?
Not too bad, and you?
Very well, thank you.
Yes.
What do you have to tell me now?
The security company now. Condolences to the family that get hurt. Oh my God, man, it hurts. It hurts. But when you have a plan A, you have to have a plan B too, Miss Emily. Yes.
Every time you come here, you call out the whole of my government name.
Okay.
Yes, Miss West End Negril.
Yes. What I'm saying now. The armored car, the armored vehicle, which is the red one. Everybody is the talk of the town. So you have to have a armored vehicle, the red one, where they have instead of the little one. When you go in there at that machine there, you have to have a couple men, man. You understand what I'm saying? In the vehicle, some in the vehicle and some outside.
But
the bottom up of the people, the people them.
But you think if you had a whole heap of people, the robbery still wouldn't go on?
Probably not. Because you have to have your common sense and know say to go out there and look up and look, and you have to have big weapon. Same like how the thief them have big weapon, you have to have big weapon too. But
then what go happen, Miss Negril, when the big weapon, when the two side have big weapon and they start shoot it out in a plaza?
listen now, with my logic now.
Mm-hmm.
When time the armor chuck now, you have to try do modern things now. The armor chuck, you have the ATM machine where the armor chuck go up on the ATM machine, just put it on the ATM machine and then go inside from inside the vehicle, back up the armored vehicle on the machine, and no one to come out, and them have to line up technology now, get the machine them line up with the machine door with the armored vehicle them, and then go inside with the money so no one get hurt.
Then what about the ATM now that they are literally digging up and stealing, taking it away? What we do about that part?
Look here, Miss Emily Shealy, government have to get him shit to these people. Lose. Work is here. No one want work. Everybody just want handout. No work then we're there.
Yes.
Too much loose people here. You have to get yourself together. See where the loophole is coming, where these people is robbing, where these high power gun is coming from, Miss Emily Steele. You cannot kill people, so people are not job, and the job is security, and his job.
You hear what you hear what going on Haiti?
Haiti, all for Haitian people there. I remember.
I know them Arab though. I feel the same one them Arab.
I remember Haitian they out here too. All for Haitian they out here too.
Yes.
All for Haitian. Cause the day when time PJ did send them back, I was in Montego Bay when PG I send them, and the whole of them on the street. Some people harbor them all about. Harbor them, take them in all about.
They
so
are not the ones.
For a long time.
No, they are not the ones committing the crime though. After we own homegrown criminals, them turning guns pan way.
So them are going there, Miss Emily Shield. So you have to start with the foreign country, Miss Emily Shield.
Yes.
You have to, as a government, you have to use strategy and get your common sense as a prime minister, not education. Education around things. You have to have street smart and common sense to run these people in Jamaica. They are so intelligent, so intelligent. They're watching too much movie. They're watching and see how they get copper you all the time. Because remember me tell you, the loss of this security is so horrible. So all they do, just do modern. Just get them modern, line up and everything. Because the people that want to make money, just line up them thing and modern. So the armor truck now can go up on the machine and they go inside.
All right. Good to hear you, Miss West End Grill. Take care. Headlines time. Thank you, listeners. We're back with you on the hotline. So some people want to hear the hot mic moments again. Let us see. This is one of 3.
Seems he's a little deaf and he'll have to get his ears cleared. Don't it? He's going to get his ears syringed in time.
That's number 1. Number 3
is now adjourned. Why is Bobby so contentious for labor?
Why is Bobby so contentious for our labor right? Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Bobby, do not call Marissa's phone. Yeah. There should be a rule in Parliament, keep the mics open. I love to hear the moments. Oh boy, this is the hotline, 876-926-2178, 926-8631, 926-7615, and 1-888-991-2080. Coming up on the program, Oh boy. At 11:15, we're going to have the Pesticide Control Authority, the Ministry of Health and Wellness, and at 11:45 we have Peter Roseholt, Managing Director of BPM Financial. Between that, we have your calls and my musings as and when they come. 2178. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Hi. Turn off your thing.
Hi. Yes. Hear me better now?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Who is this?
This is Wen. Just call me Wen.
When?
Yes.
You mean say? Like where the song name? Like when Tiger sing? Hey Patsy and you gal Jen. When me call up on the line name When?
When.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes.
What the done for Mandeville name?
Ken.
Sis. Come again. 515 what you call it?
Ken.
This a new tune, I go mash it.
Again.
And what the bad boy police did name?
Len.
See? Come again. Welcome, Wen. Yes, ready for your win. You're good sport. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. My call this morning is relating to the security apparatus. It is very concerning to me because I was personally related to the security industry.
Yes.
As I was an employee, and I use the word was, an employee for a particular company, which made the news recently, and that's Burley. Since my working there, I've noticed a lot of irregularities, protocols regarding security.
You're still there?
Yes, I am. I am still here. You hear me?
Yes, I'm going to ask you don't give me any more details because I do not know the veracity of what you are alleging.
Right.
And it wouldn't be fair to them to, unless I get a representative on the line. But even so, I don't want unverified things going out that can cause some problems.
Right. Yeah? I probably could speak to you off the air or you produce.
Perhaps, yes.
I have, information that is factual that I have even submitted in writing. So we can talk about that. But as it relates to the issue, the incident that happened, which is very tragic, and I really send my condolences to the family.
Yeah.
I personally had worked with that gentleman, right? And I know, yes. And in general, the security enhancement or how security companies deal with security in Jamaica is nonsense. It is very dangerous. And I was not surprised, even though these things happen from time to time in past years, but we see where criminality has escalated so immeasurably recognition because they are heartless. These criminals are heartless.
Mm-hmm.
So, working within the field has exposed me to a lot of things that, as a person myself, I was from the military, so there are certain expectations that one would have, as myself and others who have worked there would have expected that would be enforced or enacted.
Mm-hmm.
But that is not the case. And some of these securities that they have working within the armored systems, specifically the companies I'm mentioning, they are not trained. Majority of these securities are not trained. They have no idea of tactical knowledge.
So what sort of training? How long do you think tactical training should be for a security guard before a job like that?
Well, tactical training depends.
Mm-hmm.
Because even when you're experienced from either the JTS or the military, the training continues.
Mm-hmm.
Training is actually a continuous thing, like a refresher course, so it should continue. what I come to understand that, right, from working in the system, that the companies are not willing to spend that money, right? And I'm telling you from experience and from insight, right? Most of these officers, they take them from location, which, for example, they'll take a person who is doing static duty unarmed, and that person who have probably applied for their license, their user's license to carry firearm for the company, right? And then they once the license comes through, after they go through the SLA training, shooting a still target is totally different from shooting a moving target. So there are many. So
if the security guards had the training, tactical training that you say they should have had, how different would you have expected the outcome the other day to be?
The difference would have been different. It would have been totally different.
How?
Probably
they would have killed one of the criminals as opposed to the criminals killed one.
They would have some casualty on their side.
What you mean? They would have some casualty?
They would die. Either the criminals, the gunmen who came to rob, they would have some person die. One of the gunmen them die or injured and rush to the hospital, and then the police would have been able to do their investigation and follow up on that.
So is that the outcome you prefer, or do you want a situation where nobody dies, the money is taken, but the money cannot be used? What's your preference?
Right. So my take on that is, for me personally, when I was working, I've always said, listen, I've said this to myself, that if someone comes to me, if a criminal comes to me, whatever, I would rather surrender the money.
Yes.
Right? I would rather to give the money because that does not worth my life or my team members' lives.
Yes.
All right? So that's the best possible way to de-escalate, right?
Yes.
The use of force, then so be it. However, the reality is not all that peachy, because there are times when even when you surrender the money, they will still kill you, which was something similar to what happened, right?
Yes.
But the fact of the matter is, and this is from me as a person and others who have the training that I have, right? Who came from either the JCF or the military.
Mm-hmm.
It is said that it is 6 man carry me, 6 man try me, and 12 man carry me. And that is it, because at the end of the day, we are looking to go home back to our family and our loved ones.
What does that parable mean? 6 man carry me?
Yeah, man. So basically, it is saying that, it's better to be tried by 6 men by my peers, or 12 by my peers, than to carry by 6 men to the grave.
Ah. Oh, right? Fancy that. I never heard that one.
So yes, it's a term that we however.
Oh, so you better 12 man try me than 6 man carry me.
6 man carry me, exactly.
Yes, the jury pool is no longer 12 for murder. Them reduce it now, but I get the thing. I get what you're saying. Mm-hmm.
Right. So that is how we look at it, because this is our life now.
Mm-hmm.
This is our life.
Yeah, but come back to mm-hmm. the state of the crime in the country when sometimes it doesn't matter what tactical training there is. The heartlessness of these criminals who literally go to the community, and I heard Delroy Chuck say it in the parliament the other day. Mm-hmm. They're boasting that they're making duppies.
That is it.
Yes, so they're going to come out guns blazing even when they get what they want. They come with intention to kill, murder in the course of robbery.
So there are a couple of things to that.
Yeah.
One, I cannot outrightly say that it's gun for gun. All right? Mm-hmm. Gun blazing for gun blazing. But there's also technology, which I think we are lacking in that aspect a great deal, right? Because we cannot exclude one and use the other.
That's
vice
right.
versa. So we cannot exclude technology and just use guns blazing. And we cannot excuse gun blazing and use technology. The two must come together to make a whole.
Yes.
But then when you come back to the training, which is critical,
yes,
one who is properly trained and is trained continuously will know how to assess situation.
Yes.
You know, even when I was working, and this is my mindset, I think totally different from just a security guard.
Yeah, because you were in the military, you said.
Right. So how I conduct myself whilst on duty in the public, in a soft body vehicle, is totally different, because I know for a fact that not everyone gets out of the vehicle. When I mean everyone, the driver. The driver sits in the vehicle, and the vehicle itself can be a danger. It can be a capsule of death, because you're sitting in a vehicle, soft body, there is no protection. The only protection that you probably will have is behind the engine block. And the Most High help us, because some of the vehicles are even they're so small. They're so tight. The space is so tight, because remember now, you're wearing your duty belt with your ammunition and your gun, and you have a bulletproof vest that you're wearing, which is bulky. So for a driver to really get down behind and position themselves behind that engine block, there's a possibility of injury.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I have the experience already where that was done, so I know what I'm talking about. And you know, Michelle, it hurts me as a person who loves the industry. I had to leave it, because the love for the industry will be the death of me. So I decided to step aside and take care of my family and do what is best for me. Because the companies are not putting in putting the resources to help protect their reputation, right? They're just looking at, you know, a guy just come make up numbers, or them have a 3-man team, because it used to be four with a shotgun. Now they scale it down to 2 to 3 and no shotgun. And you know what make it work, Michelle? There are security that are working on an armored truck without firearm. And that is not being said. There are security who comes to work, get assigned to a team, and they don't have a gun. So what happens?
But somebody on the team has a gun, though, but not everybody.
Yes, not everybody, but the thing is, and understand this, Michelle.
Yes.
When I am working with my firearm, I have another person who has a firearm.
Yes.
Now, this is 3 team now, the scale I'm talking about, the 3 team that the scale on from now, you know. So, I have a firearm, another person has a firearm, and the third person does not have a firearm. You know what that does to the team now? It weakens the team. Because if I should come into contact and I see a situation, an imminent threat, and when that threat presents itself now to me or to the team, where I should be looking out for myself, I have to be looking out for myself and the person who does not have a firearm. Because I know the second person who has a firearm will be dealing with the situation. So now I have to be, or the other person will have to be focusing on the person without the firearm. So now the focus is not directly 100. It's not directed to the threat 100%. But now I have to be directing my energy on the threat and concern with the person without the firearm, which is breaking the synergy. Because I can't rely on the person without a firearm to defend me. So it takes away the focus. And this has been happening for years. I've worked on team without shotgun. We're carrying millions of dollars in soft body vehicles. Some of the vehicles, they have front end problems. They don't have any power. They're crappy. They're not roadworthy machines. And they're on the road. And I'm sure if you interview these officers physically, they will tell you.
The funny thing is, even with all of that, I don't remember hearing of robbery of the type we're having now. What is happening? Why is there a change in the society? Why they're now being robbed? What's going on?
This generation is totally different. And I remember back in the days when you have bad man. The bad man back then, they had a certain core. They had a value in terms of they have a code. You wouldn't do certain things, you wouldn't go certain places, you wouldn't, and that was respected. But these youngsters, this generation, that does not apply. They don't want to work. They want the microwave life.
Yeah.
You put it in and press 1 minute or 50 seconds and you get what you want. That is the mindset. And to be honest, in my opinion, some people can be rehabilitated, not everyone, and that is the reality. And I think we need to just accept the fact that not everyone can be rehabilitated. As I heard Dr. Chang, the Minister of National Security, said sometime when he was making up, right? There are some
Dr.
people.
Davies.
Right.
Dr.
Right.
David has a famous saying as well sometimes.
Right. So that is the reality.
Thank you, though. I have to go to the break.
Yes.
I have a feature coming up. Good to hear you, Wayne.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, listeners. We're back with you. 876-926-8631. Hello, good morning. Sorry, 926-2178, 926-8631, 926-7615, and 1-888-991-2080. This is interesting. All right. 9268631. Hello.
Hello.
Morning.
Good morning.
Who is this?
The man of God.
Oh.
Yeah. I've been
Man
trying
of
to get
God.
from.
Is that capital or common G?
A capital G, man of the man of the Creator.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. In other words, the man who believes that there is a true and living God.
Oh, that's all you need to do to be man of God, to believe.
Right.
Oh, well, you're talking to the woman of God then.
Okay. Let's hope so. Because sometimes you don't sound that way to me.
Well, by your deeds you shall be known. Let me hear your deeds.
My deed is greater is he that is in me than that which are in the world. That is my philosophy. Greater is he that is in me than that which are in the world.
Is in the world. Tell me why you said that now. Why you said that?
All right, good. This morning, I heard you playing a clip with those people in Parliament.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end, I believe it's the last one, when the Speaker of the House saying he cannot believe that Mr. Montague is so cantankerous as a Labourite. It is a well-known fact that all Labourites are cantankerous. They are arrogant people.
Ah, boy. Well, her sentiments express the complete opposite of your belief.
It's not the sentiment expressed completely the opposite. But it is the fact that Labourites have from day one, these people are so daft. Let me put it away there. That is over God the money. Anyhow.
Those things are two different things, Daft and contentious are two different adjectives. So which one you mean?
In other words, when I say they are daft, I'm simply saying is because of the arrogance in them cause them to be so daft.
Give me an example of the arrogance you talk about.
Give you an example of the arrogance that I'm speaking about. the thing here, in other words, everything that they have done wrong, somebody, probably the information minister, they came out and then defend every
like
wrong
what?
that they have done.
Like, give me an example.
All right. Like an example.
Mm-hmm.
When Mrs. Sonis called Jamaica people garbage, Robert Morgan come out and defend it and talk about bedboard yard and summer and all sort of rubbish. Anyhow, that's not what I really call.
That's what she said.
Yeah. That's what it adds up to.
No, before you give me what it adds up to, remind me exactly what she said.
Okay.
She said everywhere there's a garbage dump.
Uh-huh.
What is there?
PMP.
So you equate that now to mean that she said Jamaican people are garbage.
Yes,
that's what it adds up to for you.
Reason for that. Anyway, PMP labor right there.
No, but this is you now extrapolating from what she said. And you are making every Jamaican know garbage. That is what you extract from what she said. But that's not what she said, though.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyhow, another one now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you people creating this hell of a balloon.
Yes. Man of God, go through with the hell of a balloon, you know. Me want to hear this, yeah.
With the Prime Minister.
Yes.
And the should I use the word allegation? Because when probably I think that when I said it is alleged, nobody can do me no.
Yeah, you don't get off the hook by simply saying that, you know. You make sure. Let me hear where you're going with this. It is alleged. Because that no save you, nor me.
Ajo. Anyhow, when with the thing that came up there.
The Integrity Commission?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It is one of your colleagues, I'm not gonna call her name. In Montego Bay, I am actually sure that he was on a campaign trail and she were questioning him about those things by a matter of fact. I don't know if you know.
By a matter of fact.
By a matter of fact.
Yes.
I don't know if you know that 18 degree north, you know who usually presented.
Mm-hmm.
Right? TVJ show a clip of the same thing.
Of what? When you say the same thing, what you mean?
Of the allegation.
Which one? This is the one that if it was published by the Integrity Commission report,
right?
It's published, you're free to state what it is so I can understand what you're talking about. Which one?
Good. All right, good. Zara Burton.
No. Tell me what is it that the Integrity Commission published firstly?
No. I didn't say the Integrity Commission published. I didn't say that.
It's a publication by the Integrity Commission that I want you to talk about. I cannot speak to what Zara Burton published and attach any value to it, such as to defend myself nor the company if anything arises. That's why I'm saying if you talk to the Integrity Commission report now, which because it is published in Parliament, we have certain privilege to carry it, then I can allow you to talk about that part.
All right, good. What briefly, what I was about to say is that TBJ show a clip and there was an injunction filed by Mr. Honis that it must not show again.
And what is wrong with that?
Eh?
What is wrong with it?
What is wrong with that? Then let me say, in good grace, if somebody says something about me, and me say, boy, I don't want to hear it again.
Yes.
In a plain Jamaican language. That means there's something fundamentally wrong with it.
Absolutely.
Right.
And if something is fundamentally wrong with it, with the thing that is published, you have all right to get an injunction to bar the republication of it. You have all right, man of God. If you think that something that is said is so damaging to your reputation for whatever reason, and if it goes out there, you cannot get enough millions against the person who is carrying it for the damage to your reputation, nothing is wrong with you seeking the help of the court to stop the publication of this alleged defamatory material. But you are telling me that what you read it to mean is that the fact same get the injunction mean if something no go so, it go near so.
I'm playing Jamaican language.
Yeah. But ain't that the problem? Ain't that the problem?
Next one, no.
No, you understand what I said to you?
Of course.
Yes. This is why this place is...
In other words, but I tell you something. I am like KD Knight. I don't go into water that I cannot swim into.
Meaning what?
Meaning if you go in water where you can't swim in, you go drown.
But who is in the water now?
Eh?
When you say who in the water, you know? You are Andrew Holness, or me?
So when I said to you, me now go make nothing leave my mouth or from my breath where me no have when me can back it up.
Hold on a second. As you mentioned, KD Knight, I haven't seen nor heard King's Counsel in a little while. I did try calling you, King's Counsel. I hope you're well. Let me know.
Newport for Sand Jamaica Limited, the first on the land, blenders of high-quality fertilizers. The time by Newport for Sand Jamaica Limited is
10:45.
You're now listening to Emily Shields Talk with Substance on Hotline. Radio Jamaica, active for the good of our nation.
Sitting in your church on Sunday, thinking who you're gonna screw Monday, who you're gonna...
Was there doesn't die, sir? Are you say a man of God?
Who you gonna thief, who you gonna rob? Take it as me tell you, say you can't fool God too. Every day you ball out, Jaja.
Call yourself yes, sir. Are you say a man of God? By his deeds shall a man be known.
He was there just in time to rescue me.
Who? Who was there just in time to rescue you?
The Savior. Because me did last in the world of sin, like probably
no,
Montague and them people.
Kuya.
Yeah.
Why you think Montague laughs in a world of sin?
Well, sir. Go with them there, sir. Go with them there.
Go with them there?
Aye.
What you mean?
It's all right, man. I'm next clear. Anyhow.
Yes, man of God.
I want to know if the Prime Minister Christopher Columbus or what. You remember why? I don't remember if Peter touched this thing that song. Where the Christopher Columbus that damn blasted liar or something like that.
No.
But DT we find the song. DT no song how we made that. No, when I hear the Prime Minister said he were in one of them Caribbean country. I don't specifically remember which one. And so when him hear that he refer to the prosecute by the whatever commissioner.
Yes, Commissioner
right.
of Public of Corruption Prosecution.
Right, right. And it didn't perturb him.
Director.
That must be a lie. We are human. Even Jesus Christ, when he was in Gethsemane and realized the judgment, we are going to come down in by the Father, if it is possible, remove this cup from me.
But him said no judgment can't come down upon him because of what he said he did. He put out a full statement, you know.
Relax here. Therefore, what I perceive from it is that somebody from the prosecutor, from the prosecutor, whatever, call him and tell him, say, man, no worries,
this is the problem. This is exactly the problem with that whole Integrity Commission affair. And I said it here. No. I said it here the very week when that imbroglio broke out. Because somebody like you would be out there saying somebody talked to the prosecutor.
But Michelle.
No, I am not making that deduction with you because let me tell you something. There are people in this country of unquestionable integrity. And no need to accept it. Is not everybody interested?
No.
Let me finish the point.
You are misquoting what I am.
I am not misquoting. Frankly, I am not quoting you. I would never dare quote you because I think it is so folly. I am not going to quote you. I am directing you to desist from insisting that people with integrity have none. Because you're saying somebody from the integrity office must have called him to say no have nothing to worry about.
I'm misunderstanding on your part.
What? Clear it up the misunderstanding. No, gladly.
Right.
Yes.
All I am saying to you.
Yes.
That if Mr. Hornis within a moral human structure, I go tell Jamaica people say it never bother him. He's lying. Because we are human beings.
But listen.
So therefore, I am saying, if it didn't bother him, then he must have heard that not going to come out of it.
But look at this. So I didn't misunderstand you. I completely understood you exactly the way you said it. Because you think if you sit down on one chair under a mango tree and one lizard jump on your foot, and you, when the lizard jump on your foot, your heart would jump out of your chest, you would fly up like a Elisha or whatever it is who was caught up because you're so shocked. If somebody next to you have the same experience and don't behave in that way, it's because something wrong with them. That is what you're saying. Because the Prime Minister didn't react with such fright on the referral to the Director of Corruption Prosecution, it means somebody from the office called him. And I'm saying to you, no. What I heard the Prime Minister saying, these are the things I did. I didn't give the contract. I didn't award the contract. I wrote based on a request from the SDC, I believe, and I said, this particular person who has been working in my constituency, I do not know what happened thereafter, so I don't see how any criminal charge can be laid against me for doing what every MP has done over all of those years. Why do you elevate it to say somebody from the Integrity Commission must have called him to tell him?
I am saying to you,
yes.
I am saying to you, we all are human beings.
With some of us with integrity.
We are all human beings. And I even go as far and said to you, even Jesus Christ remove the cup from me, if it is possible. So when him go tell me, say it didn't perturb him, something not right.
Oh. Anyway.
Something not right. Anyway.
You are no man of God.
You, I don't know. You see the ink thing there.
You are no man of God.
Well,
I have to go. Goodbye.
Who are you to
a woman of God who can see the light of Jesus shining on somebody.
You don't want to hear the truth.
You don't have no light to shine upon you. Any light to shine upon you is a bright light from a train.
When it comes to certain people, you don't want to hear the truth.
Me? You know how long I spend on this program with talking to people? Me? Yes. At the wrong person. Goodbye.
No, it's true.
Goodbye, man of God.
Yes, have a nice day.
You too.
Yeah.
This is the hotline, 876-9262178, 9268631. I think I'm on 2178. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, welcome.
Hey, how you doing, Miss?
Very well. Who is this?
Street side pharmaceutical.
Yes, street side.
What's going on? That security thing, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Long time I look for it, I tell you, people around me, I say, look on that. If me are the thief or robber, them get take long time.
Wow.
Them have no sense of security.
Wow.
Half of the police force, they have no sense of security. Them just lock at this guy. Them just because things not happening, them not alert at no time.
But it's not the police involved in it? Or you just making a
crossover here. Police and security guard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right. A foreign security guard, first of all, I don't think the man outside if you have no key for open, no door for going at the truck. Yes, and the person inside is supposed to control the door. If you get robbed out there, you stay out there with them. And we drive down and left them. And it means what security guard open the truck, come out of the bank with the bag in their hand, or from the MoneyGram or so. The bag in their hand. Open the door, and stand up, and somebody says something and turn around and stand up there and talk with the door.
Push the phone a little bit away from your mouth. Pharmaceutical. Just a little. Yes.
Maybe I may talk to you. Yeah. I open the door and I say, look on that. All you have to do, when you open that door, you get one pretty sexy girl passing now, because short skirt. Them turn around and look, and you just take them. I just saw me see it. Me see police, me driving through Spanish Town. Me not go Spanish Town and Kingston, I just me a countryman. But me pass in a traffic. 10 minutes me sit down, me watch two policemen stand up at target. Two of them turn the same, facing the same direction, and for the 10 minutes me not say none look behind him. I say it's a Spanish Town where police had lose life and do that. So them stand up and go and behave. I see police on bike, them just sit down. The phone of them ears and them just sit on the bike and laugh and grin.
Yes.
And no look out 5, 10, 15 minutes. Me, police in a Spanish Town supposed to come in like a ball feet or peed over ground. So I put the head in the water and you come here and look round.
Yeah, but all of us, if you think about it, and if you look at every single one of us, especially with the phone usage now, people now look where them are go. People now look up to see who are past them. People not looking around. Eh?
Me have to conscious. When I go home at night time, no man can drive follow me, no light can find any light to follow me pass my house and me gone and go around circle back and come back.
Yes.
Or whatever. When me go, me look any bush around my house, anything. Me have to look, walk with me key in my hand between the fingers them.
Yes, but in a daytime, if you're walking, you do the same things as I mentioned, as you just mentioned?
Me do it, yes, man. But you see the thing, remember I tell us where I come from.
Yeah.
Me the security conscious.
Yes.
But you'd have a whole heap of man, they want to rob me, they want to do all kind of thing when me there live the life.
Yeah.
About 6 squad one time I live in South Carolina, about 6 squad did I try rob me, and me one, me no walk with friend, me no walk with partner.
Yes.
Because me no want nobody get me in trouble. Things where man will always want to follow me, say them hold our ends and do stand that. Me no let them go, me hide them and left down and go, me I go, because when them say at this time and this time, me will overlook certain things. Them I go shoot man, kill them. I mean I get mixed up just because of you with your foolishness. You understand? So all that. And from the serious thing now we go back for a long time I want to call and we never finish the the
hopscotch
thing, because remember I said one of the craziest things, and only you want to play, you have 3 people or 4.
Mm-hmm.
And so the first one drop them, you have to throw a thing in the first box.
Push your phone away from your mouth again. It's coming up a bit
in
heavy.
the first box.
Yeah.
Then the second box. After you go up and come back and complete, you go to the third box till you go on,
Mm-hmm.
So what happens when one person might miss in the third box? One might miss in the second box.
Mm-hmm.
So when you jump on the first box, now if I try you play, and you get it, you go up to the double box.
You have to jump over 2.
You have to jump over, yeah. You understand? You get you have to go up on a balance. Sometimes you go up on the last box. Instead of 2 of them, one man, somebody have them piece inside that.
Then how much man? What's the maximum number of players?
Well, we never really have no maximum minimum, but probably we never really see no more than 3 or 4 play at one time.
I suppose you can draw the thing longer as well and play up
yes,
to.
You can. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Do it, that's what I say. You can put the next single and double box up top. Anybody, but that are the basic ones where you start with the ones that we talk about.
Yes, we're supposed to have a playoff here. We just don't set the date yet because we have to train for that day.
You have to get the right kind of piece with you, because you need sometimes when you want, I don't really teeth but you use some wet paper towel when they drop it down.
Yes, you can't have something where I roll too much.
You can,
like I Miss Lucy, I roll off a bed. It can't work. That can't work. But good to hear your pharmaceutical. Take good care.
Thing, but I don't remember now, but anyway.
Yes.
And next time, I'll listen.
Thank you for your contribution. Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Yes.
Yes, all right. Take good care. It's headlines time coming up now on the hotline, and then we'll continue with the calls at 11:15. I do have the Pest Control Authority. I mean, it's so funny. Just the other day, there was an item of news about somebody who accidentally drank some pesticide. And I remember having the program with the PCA representative and asking them what's the sort of incidence of that in Jamaica. And just like that, it was just right here the other day. So we'll talk more to them after the headlines.
You're listening to Radio Jamaica 94 FM. This time signal is brought to you by despite the infestation. Dunkley leaves
next Sunday, March 5.
You're now listening to Emily Shields Talk with Substance on Hotline. Radio Jamaica, active for the good of our nation.
Thank you, listeners. We're back with you on the hotline. 876-926-2178. We have Pesticide Control Authority feature. I better they come read him. I could try come in now and may only have 4 minutes, 3.5 minutes, but maybe that's all the credit he has anyway, so let's see. Hello?
Miss Cook.
Jesus, have mercy.
Yes, we top call Jesus because just confirm what we've been saying. We've been saying all along. Because you tell the man this morning that they can't lock up Brogard. They can't arrest Brogard for what all of the other MP then they do. And all the while they did hide from the truth. Are you trying to tell me, Miss Cooks, and the listeners and the country, that all of the MP them have one friend or contract where they give work to?
That's not what I said.
All of them?
You're not listening, you know.
Okay.
Wait, hold on a second. Let me play something for you.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
No, man. Remember say you have one feature. Nobody.
Hold on.
Seems he's a little deaf and he'll have to get his ears cleared. Don't he? He's going to get his ears syringed in time.
Listen.
You hear what Marissa have to say?
Me no want a Bobby shaker.
Marissa.
She should have known that Bobby cantankerous for a long time.
You need to get your ear syringe.
So you know how to tell me if the contract what them give to the used car to carry $200 million worth of used car, if it was Bobby Montague's friend, or she can tell me. So, Miss, if you are listening, are you here? So, syringe out your ears, Madam Speaker, and come back up in the hot mic and tell us the $200 million used car deal if it was one of Bobby Montague's friends.
How that come in? How that the part they come in? You go back to the go back to the Prime Minister. You go, man of God?
Hello?
I told man of God?
No, why you tell the Prime Minister cannot be arrested for something?
I didn't say the Prime Minister could not be arrested. He said the Prime Minister was in another country when the news came that the matter was referred to the Director of Corruption Prosecutions. And the Prime Minister, he said he was never concerned about it. And I said the Prime Minister said he was never concerned because he outlined in a statement what he said happened. And because of what he said happened, which is I did not award Westcon a contract. I made one recommendation based on some request that came to me. I made one recommendation. I don't know how the contract was awarded. And in essence, he's saying, if this is what I did, which is what I understand other MPs do, what is there for me to be charged with? Okay,
you understand. Okay, I didn't hear that part. Maybe it's one syringe for you. So,
yes, man, you need a Marissa.
So at that Bobby do, did he make a recommendation to award the contract to the man, whatever the man, I don't remember his name now, the two used car that we can't get back up until today?
I don't remember who recommended what for that.
I'm just asking because...
No, I don't remember how that happened.
Is it a friend of the JLP from in the 80s? Is he a friend of the JLP from in the 80s? I'm just asking a question, Miss Cook. Is he a friend of the JLP from in the 80s?
I don't know. I think I'd heard that.
Oh. Is it the same... No, we just want back with money. We just want back with money.
As the last thing I heard, this matter went to mediation and there was a date for delivery of the car.
Then I saw them mediate long?
No, I think the time is long gone. Long gone for that to be concluded. And every single time when the matter comes up in Parliament, questions are asked, we are told that some vehicles are outstanding. So I agree that more needs to come. But look here, I have to go to my feature.
Hold on, quick.
I have to go to this feature. Stay with us, please. Say it's 631-926-7615 and 1-888-991-2080. I'm on to toll-free morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm not bad now.
Who is this?
This is Sid, Mr. Chief.
Yes, this is Sid?
Yes, ma'am.
It's good to hear you. First time talking with me?
Yes, darling.
It's good to hear you, Mr. Sid.
All right. I want to ask about the NIS pension, but it looks like Mr. Samuda is dead.
Mr. Samuda? He's not dead, no. He's alive. He's not dead, no. Come on, age. He's alive. You can't feel him. You can't feel him in your hand.
I can't hear nothing.
Can't hear him at all. A long time I don't see him in the Parliament,
I found 2013, get little increase. Everything real.
It's not.
I need not talk to him.
It's not Mr. Samuda who would be responsible for that. I think I spoke to the finance minister on it, What the thing is, what as I recall, Sid, what the finance minister told me some time ago, the pension that you get is really based on the contribution that you put in when you were in service.
Working, yes.
Yes, and then now the pension fund, the entity that you contribute the money to, supposed to invest it, put it in a pension fund, so that by the time you retire, the money that you're getting back, some interest comes on it so that you don't end up getting money that can't buy anything.
Okay.
And then, over the years, what the government has been doing is sort of giving a top-up or a little increase But they're not really duty bound to do it, They're just doing it because they don't want to make pensioners too bad, worse off than, every other person in the society. But he did say at the time, this was sometime in January, I think it was, because I had a lot of calls. Okay. I recall Nigel Clark did say that a top-up would be announced. So I think with the new budget cycle coming on now for the new fiscal year, which starts 1st of April, well, I hope we will hear something for the pensioners in this one.
Okay.
Yes? So I listen out for you. So how old are you now?
72, me.
You're young boy.
No, man.
You don't know Stam.
Yeah, I'm 51 summer, man.
Oh, you're born in night. You don't know it then. You see any other Stam after that?
Yes, man.
Which one?
We got Gilbert and we got Ivan.
Yes. Gilbert was rough,
Yes, man.
Gilbert was my first Stam, and it nearly blew me away. In Ariba. And then Ivan, me did their town work right through the night covering Ivan for the people of Jamaica.
Yes, miss. Mm-hmm. So, we'll keep our fingers crossed to hear the budget now then.
May I keep my fingers crossed for you too? Me no know.
All right, Miss Shields, you take care.
All right, Mr. Sid.
Good, dear.
All right, bye-bye. 9262178. Hello?
Mrs. Shields, good morning.
Buster?
No, my name Mark. No, Mark.
No, you can't take that name.
All right. Anyhow, what I said, the minister said a while ago about the pension, NIS pensioner.
Yes.
So the point is, we as a senior citizen contribute to it and then go and give us a little top up based on what the fund invested, right? Now, the part beneficiary and the people who didn't contribute to nothing and they give them a pittance, right? Mm-hmm. They have an advantage over us, because our contribution, and if you think about the people, them part people are the people who never have any insurance, right? Mm-hmm. Any contribute to any pension, right? No, they are at an advantage over we,
Oh.
No, we contribute it, right? So when we invest, like the NIS pensioner invest in Braco, right? What benefit Braco make, right? That's in the pension fund, and we get a money out of it, right?
You invest, so you're...
I am a pensioner, and my NIS contribution, right?
Yes.
Invest in Braco Hotel.
Yes.
Right,
So,
right?
So when they invest in Braco, Braco, based on the investment, Braco will guarantee them a percentage.
A profit. Just use that. Right.
A profit,
and then
yes.
They would use. But the NIS, the people who didn't contribute to pension, like I think Mr. Sambuda, as a matter of fact, Patrice said, call him Minister of Silence last night at August.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the man,
Teddy Lee Gray. I heard the news. I didn't see. Yes, Teddy Lee Gray.
Yeah.
But what is it they want the minister to say about the security matter?
No, but at least him said something. Because put it this way, Mr. Shees. No, the court said come April, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything will come under one umbrella, right?
That they are employees.
Yes. No, the finance minister said who don't come on board, name and shame, right? No, the minister, the labor minister don't say anything,
What on earth must the labor minister say? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
All right.
What must the minister say? Listen, you see the system that system set up?
Yeah.
When the court rule, the government have to comply. So they don't need to say nothing. So when I hear them saying the Minister of Labour hasn't said anything, what must the Minister of Labour say? What are they expecting?
Mrs. Sheets.
Yes.
The court make a ruling with a single individual.
No. The matter, as far as I understand, there are several entities that NHT, which is a statutory body,
took them to court
for back taxes.
One.
As far as I understand, there was, because of these whole heap of court matters, there was sort of an agreement that a couple of the cases or one of the cases would go through and everybody would abide by the outcome of that case. So whatever the court say in that case, it means that that is the law in relation to security companies and NHT and whatever.
Okay. When the finance minister said, who don't come on board, we'll name them and shame them.
I hear that, I hear that. That don't make sense to me.
Just a second, ma'am.
Yes.
If the Minister of Labour, the Ministry of Labour said, look, our law said every registered security, right, should be under the court order. If not, there is either a custodial fine or a penal fine. No, Mr. Shields, no.
No. There's no need to say anything else.
Just a second, Mr. Shields. I own a security firm and I employ 25 people, right? No, I don't under the court. I don't pay any statutory deduction.
You cannot do that?
All right. Forget about that. No, I do pay my workers them overtime because I'm not in the system. Because that is what, that's why the minister, Dr. Clark, said, if they do under the court order, right, it would name them and shame them. No. So that means they can't get away free.
No, I heard when he said that and I thought, that's a bit ridiculous.
Okay.
And why I say it's ridiculous,
yeah.
They cannot contract outside of the law. Anybody who from here go take on security guard and try to treat them outside of what the law say, that contract can be declared null and void.
Okay.
Them can't contract. There's no need to name and shame anybody because nobody must be doing anything against what the court has declared.
That's exactly what happened. And the next thing now, Mr. Shields, the Prime Minister and the Governor General pension is attached to them salary.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Parliamentarian. The Minister of Government are them secretary, right? I'm not talking the PSOJ. Parliamentary secretary. They get an extra pay above the normal MP.
I think so, but this doctrine of parliamentary secretary is sort of not.
Okay.
This thing don't really.
And take for example, the minister gets $20,000 above the ordinary MP. And retirement, I lost his seat. He elected over 10 or 4 or 5 consecutive terms, right? They would entitle to pension based on what they leave Parliament.
That's a very good question. I'm not sure of the answer. So in other words, would they get pension at the ministerial salary or the MP salary? That's what you're asking.
Yeah, because the point is, Mr. Shields, we have some minister like this the speaker said, Bobby, you must labor.
She's not a speaker. She's not a minister.
No, the speaker. No. We have some minister who are bench farmers,
Them are what?
Bench farmers. Take for example, and Mr. Shields, if somebody say continuous saying something, what you feel say, a foolishness, you don't think say you could recommend that individual to get a shrink, go to the shrink.
Like who?
All right, let me tell you something.
Which individual you're talking
about?
Just
a second. I go
you have to hurry up, come here, go to money time.
Okay. Early this week, the chairman for the Police Federation, Mr. James said, Corporal James said, the bulletproof vest, it's not up to standard. They need new one, right?
Yes.
Dr. Chan yesterday make a statement said the new set are up to standard, right? But the police sergeant got shot down there. Don't trade Greenwich Farm. Apparently he was wearing the whole one. Mrs. Shields. if you work in a store and a man come to exchange a whole thing for a new one, you not take it from him.
Well, you may.
Eh?
You may take it, but for whatever reason, you may also let him keep it. But you guide him to say that you really need to, for health and safety reasons, you need to be wearing the new one. I think I heard the minister, but I've got to go, Buster. It's time for Money Talk. Thank you, listeners. We're back with you on the hotline. Good afternoon. Welcome back. If you were here before, I'm going to take a call and then go to X and Y. 876-926-2178, 926-8631, 926-7615, and 1-888-991-2080. 7615. Good afternoon. Hello? 7615, can you hear me? Nobody not there. Hello? I'll try 8631. Hello? Church. Yeah, echo like your house empty. Yes, Miss Lucy.
Hey, good afternoon to you, Janet. What about the man you believe? See, they put them in party and think PNP stand for right united don't talk against him. But you know, same mad.
Eh?
I came sit down there, see, half time.
Where is it? Him ears want to clean out?
They advise him at the same somebody they may advise him when he was minister. I work all the security and turn him in an idiot. Make him stand there.
But why you say him the wrong now? Because
in a talk off when gone on public and they want to fund the system because of that.
So what wrong with him asking Nigel Clark when is the money coming for the people of Western?
That was not the time and the space.
Where is the space for it?
He shouldn't do it so. I see him in there look and see him mash up. See him mash up because why they go on with the most things the PNP dog up on inside I must see that in the whole thing.
Fame AM, not fame FM.
I don't know what kind of FM film they pan matter, but you want the FM with the FM. Alright, you see? Alright, so, let's talk about something I know.
So you agree with Marissa?
What do you mean? Marissa should raise him up.
Here?
Nonsense. Eh?
You see, you can't believe that Bobby is a labor right. Also contentious.
There is a time and a space for everything. Ecclesiastic 3 tell us, you know.
That is the right time and the right space for it.
No. I see him in the look there so. And if him told by 90 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Mama always tell me, you know, about these big shots, you know. Mama said, take out the O and put in the I where you get.
No.
About something else.
Mama always tell me about no labor right, you know. Take out the right and put in wrong and where you get.
Take out this right and take out this wrong.
Labor right.
That demons where they tell you about the right. And in the Christ speak. That's why I'm glad when we can't chat patois. In turn himself in a complete rubbish heap. Let's talk patois English and I know why they talk about man of which God. You're man of devil. You're man of demons. Rubbish.
You don't go assault me caller in his absence, you know. You're not going to do it. As much as your special call upon this program, you're not going to do it.
Okay, no problem.
As no labor rights stay, you know, can tanker us as man of God say.
You know, see this video where everybody they see who can tanker us and who they get people to kill people.
No, but I got this, I mean, no way at that, but no go no further.
That's to worry.
Reverse.
Sister, here everybody they criticize the security them. I am not going to criticize them. You know why? When your shoes in a one somebody's foot is two different stories. When you're there, it's different story when you're there. What me say? Nobody know when they go on at that minute. Only Yahweh knows so me not criticize them.
And when you have to assess after the fact, everybody can assess.
But I come on this program for a long time and I've been telling them for in a COVID when they give everybody.
From in a what?
Android phone.
From in a COVID?
In a COVID. You remember? I'm telling you, see this thing, it's going to feedback for you. What me say Jamaica, and in Jamaica again I hate the name. Only hate them as it happen. Because the people them is without God. First time you were a bad man.
Hold on
now
a second.
A wicked man.
Hold on. May I give you a couple more minutes because I love here you do a X and Y time. Hold on. Yes, Miss Lucy.
Me they tell you. Me say first time years you have bad man, now you have wicked man. They don't fear nobody and then come and kill, then come to kill. They come to take one that belongs to them and kill our people. What me say? And you have to be careful. You can't pass your mask, you know, when time for your door time come.
Yes.
What me say? Sister, listen to me now.
So where you going?
And what happened?
Eh?
I went with the cruise ship. I why name? Because somebody said he can't give me.
Marilla.
You know, yes, so the Jamaican then come out. Britain said they don't want them back on their ship.
Macarena.
Wait,
what name? Marilla or Macarena?
Macarena. Macarena. Why some go to again? Say that Daniel. Macarena. I want to start go to again now. You let's shake your waist sign. So,
you can dance it?
What you mean? Me no revival. I will take this thing for.
You Princess Be Happy can dance that?
Yeah, Princess what?
Be Happy.
Me no eat tilapia. So bother with me.
No, Be Happy.
Bother with me. Me never eat it.
No, you come here and call the people in good hotel Prince Be Happy. Be Happy. Last week.
What did we thing that we go eat, sister?
You're right.
Sit with Harry. Eh? The Rottweiler run Harry for time out.
No.
Harry can't go back out.
Make him stay there. Make him stay there, both him around. He shall be the last king in the country there. The rate where them are go. You think they will have another one?
Again. After she take where the man room in closet tonight. You realize that this Rottweiler is very terrible?
Well, I'm very happy for my copy of Spear. Beautiful read, and I couldn't be happier that Harry has left that place with Meghan.
And that you see it?
Absolutely.
Me no see it so.
Couldn't be happier. Stay where? Stay where? With the hellhole he was going through, and I'm feeding media all sort of nonsense about him. That's a very cruel space, you know. Feeding media with gossip on Harry and Meghan.
You know, and I just said gossip, you know. Me want to know the Prime Minister when they think me Prime Minister when he go in a Parliament. Who put out these laws? Little for this is the Prime Minister and I'm sticking back a man in time here. Go tell the party, you know.
For what?
So, when they start scrutinize you, when men don't scrutinize you, then in a distant
scrutinize?
I mean, I word name scrutinize. If you even eat toast or saltfish, you have to put the part here.
When they don't scrutinize you.
If your dog drink water, you have to go put your out. Then after they have to scrutinize the people when they go in the Parliament now. Sister, me, people tell you if you go in there. Try not go in there.
No. Not a soul that tell me if you go in there. Not a soul.
Try not go there.
I am not going there.
Thank you. Just try not go there because people supposed to have privacy, you know. Everything closed in a John public stuff.
Everything.
No, man, they must do better. If the Prime Minister $1 to go put it on billboard, to do what? Everything is scrutinizing, sitting. No, man, for them to call for man.
Because of the history. The history of the politics. History of the politics, and some people go in and enrich themselves. So we have to make sure that what them buy is what them pay can buy. That is what is at its core.
That's the reason why.
Yes, that is why you have to declare.
So everything must in a John public, sister?
Me? Then could have never get me put out them the information there. Not at all.
It is very bad. Everybody know about you. And the next thing, a companion went they were assassinate the president, you know. Companion not tell them, say, take sleep, man, that, you know. You see what they go on in Jamaica? You see what they go on? You put 2 more years on the back part.
Ah, Jesus. A rolling calf, you got to know.
4 words always come to you, no, Mama say, no. 4 words is when things can't come back, you know.
If me did know,
Let me say, beware, all who they touch the Prime Minister, no, this a carry a wawa, on the pit happy, because when they put them on, there is fire on the mountain. Be very careful. When they talk the police now, do come what more the police have to do? What more the police have to do? Eh? Can you imagine a send condolence to the family? Can you imagine your man gone out work and come back home? They shoot him behind the power walk. But wait, you know, about the security them then and agree too. Hey!
I hear.
Is this?
Rough times. There's a fire on the mountain. Catch me tomorrow.
God.
Catch me tomorrow, Miss Lucy.
Come back tomorrow, I'm not coming back.
Come back tomorrow, man.
The pastor Ben cut there preaching last night and they tell it was beautiful.
Who? Who preach? Uriah?
Pastor Ben cut there.
Uriah preach?
Pastor Ben cut there. I'm at the best choir of our West Jamaica conference. Beautiful singing.
Oh, it's not Uriah.
Yes, tomorrow, Elder Donovan Hamilton birthday. Happy birthday, sir. Sister, love you. Take care.
All right, take care. Yes, sir. Miss Lucy, Princess Be Happy. Time now for X and Y. Come in, Prince Be Happy. Which words we get today, hello? Which word we get?
Armored.
Armored. Armored vehicle.
Not the armored.
A hella balloon.
Oh, yes. No. Helleva.
Helleva balloon.
Helleva balloon.
Man of God. Miss Lucy, say you're man of Satan. What is going on there now? Why?
I was kind of wondering why were you outside during Gilbert? I heard you said earlier that you were almost blown away.
When you're a little girl, I am going witnessing your first storm. Nothing more exciting than that.
How much you did we?
Oh, 30 pounds. I do not know how much I weigh. All I know is I had a little pink skirt. When the calm came, and we decided to, the calm, you know, sometimes people say the calm came.
Yeah.
And we decided to go look to see the ravages of the hurricane. And I'm going over this bridge. And so call the man Shaggy Bridge, Man Shag. And the carburetor run under the bridge there. It's a good thing a couple of my cousins, one was on my right and one was on my left. Because them say in that time they said the hurricane turned back.
I sure it in me. Right, and my pants in me.
No shirt and no. But they had to hold me down on the bridge. Cause something come back and lift me up. I'm name Elijah, you know.
Well, they never really did tell us that part of it, you know. I think it was mentioned, but the seriousness of that was not communicated effectively because I went out too.
Yeah.
Me go they go look.
That how much you did we?
I perhaps must have did be about 110, 120 thereabout.
120?
You're
a big man.
Of course, me not so light. So I watched after everything was sailing over the whole stop, the satellite dish them and all kind of other dish and so it calmed down now. I think it's storm done. Walk go down the road and I watch what happened, see the destruction, everything flattened and you start here.
Wait.
When I come back.
The hurricane sing? Yes. A whistle.
Yeah. And then you go home, no water, no light.
I know, that was the worst part of it. No ice.
Nothing. And what is more, we never did buy anything, you know, because we didn't think it was serious.
We had food.
So you have to walk up and down the place now to see if there's any shop left untouched, because what perhaps wasn't blown away or what wasn't damaged by the hurricane was damaged by the looters.
And every fruit blow off a tree.
Everything turned missile. I sail after your head.
we saved a lot of people. A lot of people had to come to our house. And then my mom had some chickens as well.
They have no hog?
I don't remember. But I can't forget my sister. One of my sisters, she was so so gentle and kind. So she literally took the chickens inside the house and had to warm them.
How many of them?
Could be over 12. And they were so cold. And she had to warm them, have lamp down the home sweet home lamp and warm them up.
They turned the house in a Noah's Ark?
Noah's Ark. Chicken Mary. Heart there. Yeah, that's what it was. It was a moment. No man, mommy tell me to go under the bed. When storm me. I laugh.
But you want to see storm, you've never seen the storm. Yeah, you hear about storm and you never see storm before. So yeah, they go look for storm.
Me go out in the yard, and say, Gilbert, them say you come. If you come now. I was dying to see it.
Because it was pure, it really was exciting. Mm-hmm. There was no fear, no worry. Mm-hmm. I just want to see storm a blow. And then after that, now you realize you have pure sufferation.
Mm-hmm. And bully beef became the national dish.
Yeah, and in some instances, the animals that were killed were cooked same time because there was nothing to store them.
Mm-hmm. Not even salt to can them.
Talking about that, what you would consider a balanced meal?
Balanced meal?
Yeah. Because we are often told that we should eat a balanced meal and tell us different food groups that we should eat.
Well, what I know for sure is not a balanced meal is yam, dumpling, banana, dasheen on the same plate with a little piece of meat and a quarter spoon of callaloo or shredded cabbage.
Well, there was this man who went to the doctor and he was encouraged to have a balanced meal. So every time him go sit down at the table and him wife give me dinner, him get up from around at the table and go sit down on a chair and put the plate on him knee and a balancey.
Balancey. There's a song,
so my wife asked him, what do you master every time? The doctor said, if you have a balanced meal.
Balancey, balancey, balancey.
You put it so, it has nothing to do with the food group.
Composition. Nothing at all.
As long as you can balance by your knee, it's a balanced meal that. So tell him about no full by your man and no. Yep. Him just want to say you can balance.
I think all of us, we eat the Jamaican meal is just the starches are just too many.
Yeah, well, we never did think about that when we were growing up. You just eat and run up and down. And
it becomes part of us now.
But because we're very active, so you do all kind of outdoor games.
But when you
burn the sugar. And
when you get older, you know you can't exercise off a bad diet.
Well, no.
Can't.
But if you were accustomed to exercising, then that is something you'll be able to do when you're even older. Yeah.
My meal has to be able to hold in my hand, whatever I'm eating.
You balance in your hand?
Balance in my hand. And anything gone over my hand, me not eat it. And mostly veggies. Well, I eat like a bird really, 6 mini meals. So that's why them can't hold in my hand.
You hold out your hand?
No, I don't hold out my hand. But the size of the plate, everything have to small up itself in there.
And that is balanced. Remember me telling the man, say, I know say balance, eh?
Yikes. Merle. Sorry.
Talking about balance, I remember my grandmother used to carry a basket on her head,
Of course.
And she wouldn't hold it.
With a cutter?
Yes.
And if you don't have the cutter, what you use? If you don't have the thing we make the cutter, you use...
No, they use all kinds of things to make cutter. They would use old dress or old shirt.
Yes, yes.
And in some cases, they use
banana trash.
And make a proper cutter. Put the basket up on the head and they walk and talk with everybody and I'll know they don't hold the basket.
And nobody ever complain about neck pain from lifting this load.
So that's a proper balance.
Balance.
But a no balance meal, a balance basket.
I've got to share this with you just before we go. So this is what one of my dear friends sent me on WhatsApp.
Mm-hmm.
She says, where is it? She says, the new road traffic regulations. Tell me something. They have a fine for when Emily make your bust out a laugh and beat up your steering wheel. So they need the Emily fine in the road traffic. The hot mic. We're dying with laughter with that in the car this morning, apparently. So the Emily fine will be coming to the road traffic regulation sometime soon, I guess.
Yeah, perhaps about $100,000 for that.
Well, I won't say how much, but that's X and Y. Thank you, listeners. We're back with you on the hotline. This just coming to my attention by email. I do follow the press center for the IMF, and I've just received this email saying the IMF Executive Board approves US $968 million under the precautionary and liquidity line arrangement and US $764 million under the Resilience and Sustainability Facility for Jamaica. I think you may remember that there was publication some months ago that Jamaica made this application to the IMF. This because of the forecast for slowing down in the economy and the possibility of a recession in some of the largest economies in the world. And so based on what is now available to Jamaica because of how well we have done economically, then and based on the interest rates attached to these facilities, if we ever do need to borrow, then they would be available to us at lower rates than we would pay if we were to go to the international markets. So this says that over the past few years, Jamaica has been buffeted by a difficult global environment from COVID, war in Ukraine, and the ongoing tightening of global financial conditions. Supported by sound policy framework and policies prioritizing macroeconomic stability, the economy is now recovering strongly. As COVID waned, tourism has rebounded to pre-crisis levels. 2022 real GDP growth expected to be 4%. Public debt is on a downward trajectory and the overall fiscal balance is in line with medium-term fiscal framework. And it goes on. So the outlook points to a continued recovery and inflation falling back within the BOJ's target range by the end of 2023. So all of that, the background to say that the board has approved the facility for the precautionary and liquidity line and the one under the Resilience and Sustainability Facility for Jamaica. I'm sure there'd be a lot more to ponder, but that's the gist of what I just received on email. 2178. Hello. Turn your radio down and come. Hello.
Oh, Mr. Steve.
Hi.
It's Emily.
Yeah. Who is this?
Well, I don't know how to get through 2 times.
Wait. Who is this?
Pharmaceutical.
Pharmaceutical? What you have to tell me now?
No, I forget the X and Y the other day.
I
don't talk about kitchen, outside kitchen.
Yes.
But me, I want to mention about rain pan zinc roof.
Rain?
A modern day kitchen, not talk about.
Oh, why is it?
Not that roof, the outside kitchen.
Oh, I didn't have that.
Eh?
I didn't see the thatch roof back in the days in my...
Yeah, well, I'm saying modern time. I just was there. I just Gilbert.
Yep.
Whatever they had 51 star. Yeah, young body, you know, 51 star.
No.
Gilbert. Mm-hmm.
Me thank God, that means no water in my knee.
I missed that one there.
You miss Gilbert?
Yeah, I did there.
You did over so?
Yeah, but
the last you pass next time.
But Mr. Hugo.
When was Hugo again?
Hugo about 90, 89, 90 there. Mash up Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, yeah, up so, not down here.
Much up Charleston, South Carolina. When from the school now is about spontaneous combustion.
Yes.
And that's the first I go to that big because all the trees and the buildings, the whole building, them are tear down and pile them up in some big piles. I like them old truck I see around now. I may walk down the road and I have some new boom. And rather than that. Big old explosion. But the fire, catch a fire and I make that blow. Just found out nice son.
Wow.
Only for that they go on.
Yeah. Fascinating. So you say you go, you never see the other one there. Yes.
But oh gosh, no, my head gone again now. The next one is sometime I say.
Ivan.
You know. No, the hurricane matter. Something else me don't talk about where you are.
Do not put the pot. Don't put the pot in the fridge. When you cook the food, get some glass containers to share out the food. If you put the pot in the fridge, it's going to give you memory problems down the line.
The aluminum.
Yes.
The aluminum pot. But that's too late. The aluminum mug we ain't got with the chip. It chimney, the aluminum.
The pail?
No pail, chimney.
But what about the pail? You never had the aluminum pail?
Yes. We used to carry them. Them used to carry with the water up on my head.
The pail?
The bucket. We carry a bucket of water
yes.
up on my head. So I river and come up with a bucket of water up on my head and in my hand same time. I have a friend, he used to work and get a job on the ship. And I saw him make money, in the on the ship and it, the big old weight of them, the big old tray them and carry the liquor pan so it's got serve the table. But him not hold up, him just put it on him head and then him dance like him do the Macarena too, him dance and walk and spin so everybody fascinated. And the ship when the one, pure Venice, that time Venezuela and Isla kick him. Yeah, so whole heap of people, rich people on the ship. And everybody want to come to them, grab the table, and draw them from over the station and come to film side.
Yeah.
When my friend said, no, I can't come over that side. And just move them table, come over.
I want to see the dancing, man.
Everybody, yes, he entertain the crowd while he work. What tip him get? And one time, our table about 12 people on it. And we go round table. When they carry the can go, when the bill was 140 US. So somebody can't talk English and can't talk Spanish. And let them show them the bill. Everybody look at him, take out the next one, say, let me see it. Him draw money to everybody, just say, 140, give. Say, nobody can them back.
Oh, God. That man should have go over so. He need to go over so go spend some time. Crazy.
When I see him, speed that man, I left him and can't read and write anymore, so but he up there and he married.
Street smart.
When I run into him, I fall out of jail and he married. And when you see that man write, you think of university, and put like into calligraphy. Because I'm still every day and get the newspaper and in dictionary and in practice every day and he's practicing writing and into everything. It looked like a university graduate, man.
So he's learned to read?
Yes, everything.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, lovely.
Right, everything. When I know about him, brother, do. When I know about him, brother, I have a bigger brother, and he must see it 11 March, like so, in top class school. If him father went give him a beating and from the father let him go, him then not see him again a yard.
Oh.
So when him father beat, and just grab up your shot and just raise him up in the air. Father 6 foot tall, big tongue man. And you hold him up in the air, whap, and fling it down.
God.
It means I still show that. Then the man is hand on the speed, the man is hard working.
Yes.
You see if him grab you by your forearm, so, like him hold you. Not shape too much, not try pull your hand out time, and otherwise you hold your hand cut up, And the man hand come like great time. Hard working there.
Anyway, thank you. Good to hear you.
All right.
Take care. Hello, 8631.
Mr. Emily.
Yes.
Oh, where that the man, pastor man, come from? Where I tell you about him, a man of God. He's trying to make God tell him the day, say, depart from me, I know you're not.
Who is this? You.
I'm Miss Emily.
Oh, this is Miss Emily. Yes. Miss, then look here. You never hear your MP in a parliament talk for you?
Me MP?
And of your MP?
Oh.
But who is your MP? Dr. Dunn?
Dr. Guy.
Oh, Dr. Guy. Okay.
So Islington me there.
Oh, yes. Dr. Guy. So, Mr. Montague not talk for you?
I know for my MP.
That's what I realize.
No, Dr. Guy is not my MP.
Oh, Dr. Guy is not here. So, Islington, that is where? Who is your MP?
No, Dr. Guy, but him know for my MP.
All right, cause different party. As him a few MPs here, Miss Emily.
Him know MP. Me a Labour right.
Me know, but him still a your MP.
I know for my MP.
Oh?
All right, Miss Emily.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, not too bad. you know, like man of God.
Man of God? In make God tell him, say, depart from me, I know you're not.
Why is it wrong?
I talk to you about him, man of God. Him, man of God, they are demon from the pit of hell. Him come from the demon.
But why? What did he say that is wrong?
When say, me not even that listen to him.
Don't kuya.
When him come and tell you about him, man of God, me rebuke him in Jesus' name from his sister to you.
Thank God for you alone. So you are Islington alone. God for all. They never hear what Marissa said about Mr. Montague in the parliament. You never hear me play it?
Me never listen.
What you said to me?
Me never listen, Miss Shields. Me never listen.
You want to hear it?
Yes, man.
Make
I rebuke him.
She never knows anybody go and pick it up, you know. Hold on a second. Listen, you have to listen good, you know. Listen.
What? Really?
Don't talk. Listen.
All right.
Listen.
Seems he's a little deaf and he'll have to get his ears cleared. Don't he? He's going to get his ears syringed in time.
You hear that, Miss Emily?
Me hear, Miss Shields, me hear.
You hear I said it seems like he's a little deaf.
Said I go pick up.
He's going to have to get his ears syringed. Hear this one now.
Yes, Miss.
This a Sophia labor right then, Ram Pro.
Now adjourned.
Listen.
Yes.
Why is Bobby so contentious for labor?
Oh! You heard that?
Me hear about labor right.
Why is Bobby so contentious for a labor right?
Why she so nosy for a PMP? Why she so nosy for a PMP?
She have a PMP. She one of you know. Yes, a labor pan labor. Labor pan labor. We have afraid of no. Goodbye, Miss Emily. Labor pan labor. We're afraid of no. Let me tell you something, Miss Beckford. Miss Beckford, I know it's your special 87th today. Thank you so much for all of the special crochet gifts that you sent to us. We love you dearly. And Kimberly made sure that I know that I remember, and she sends her love. So from all of us, Miss Beckford, DT as well sends his love, and I know you look forward to hearing both of us, especially in X and Y. God bless you. Thank you so much to the listeners. Thank you to Anna K. Levy, my producer. Thank you to the Wine My X and Y, Daniel Thompson. Look forward to having your company again tomorrow, and we'll do it all over again. Have a good afternoon. I'm Emily Shields.